there's a game dude who can test Ikram Aliskerov, I do believe it's Warrley Alves, especially because when Aliskerov got that TKO over Phil Hawes, it was so unexpected because everyone said, oh, here's this grappler who's going to come in and he's going to wrestle Phil Hawes up and that's how he's going to win the fight. He said, no need for takedowns. I'm going to come in and we're going to trade. And he got the job done. You can't trade against Warrley Alves, AJ. That is not a smart game plan. So I'm really high on Aliskerov here at minus 600, which is ridiculous for a dude who with one fight in the UFC. I'm really high on him if he sticks to the game plan that I need him to stick to win, which is grapple and finish. That's it. Does he stick to the game plan, AJ, or does he get excited and say, we're going to just stand and trade again? Let's get it.
I unfortunately, Derek, think he's going to get excited. When you have such a clean 1-2 down the pipe and it doesn't even look like you put that much effort, but you drop Megatron Hawes like it's nothing, like he's butter on a flapjack, Derek. That worries me a little bit because you're going to be having that same kind of confidence. And if you know anything about Warrley Alves, you know this dude brings it from the jump. And because of that, he has gas tank issues. So if this fight makes it out of the first 3 minutes, I really like Aliskerov's odds of winning this fight, especially if he sticks to that game plan we're talking about, because I do think that's the best one for him. Let Warrley Alves, come at you, get to those hips, take him down, drain that gas tank that he has. But, I mean, we all seen it, time and time again, man. Grapplers fall in love with the knockout because it feels so good, to blast somebody just like that. And if Aliskerov is going to be doing that, especially at the beginning of rounds, it gives me massive pause for concern, especially at a minus 600, man. Going against a pro like Warrley Alves, that's kind of a little bit ridiculous in my own opinion. What do you think, Derek? Can he avoid the excitement of that knockout?
I'm hoping so, man. Like I said, it's just minus 600. You better be a world beater. And I hope that I'm wrong. And I hope that he's he should have been a minus 1,000 favorite. I hope he proves that. But Warrley Alves, I've watched too much of him. I've seen him 2-time tested. And once again, Ikram Aliskerov has to get this fight to the ground for me to feel confident in dropping any money on him at minus 600, folks. Just to get ahead of this, I do not advise you to drop any bet on a money line for Aliskerov. If you're going to find value, you throw him into a parlay or you assess one of these props. So let's assess one of the props here. What does it mean to you, AJ, that these TKO odds plus 125, submission prop plus 195 on Aliskerov's side are so prevalent, given that Warrley Alves has only been taken down 4 times in 14 UFC fights, and he's 2-2 in that span? How does that read to you?
Yeah, to me, Derek, it reads that the odds makers have a bunch of faith in Aliskerov in this one, especially because maybe those play into the later rounds, right? If Warrley Alves makes it out of if Aliskerov makes it past Warrley Alves's brutish force in that first round, and he gets to round 2 and round 3, those TKO and submission props start looking a little more juicy to me because of the gas tank issues that Warrley Alves presents. But to be honest, Derek, they seem a little too good. To me, it almost seems worrisome that they're so low, or that it's so likelihood, at least, that the odds makers are presenting. It gives me a lot of pause for concern. Derek, what about you?
Yeah, I feel the same way. And I want to just give a reference point for those who aren't familiar with Warrley Alves' career. This dude has fought guys, real guys, right? Let me just name off a couple. Nicholas Dalby, Jeremiah Wells, Munir Lazez, Randy Brown, James Krause, Kamaru Usman, Brian Barberena, Colby Covington, Nordine Taleb, Alan Joban. He's fought some guys, man. I'm not saying that he's won all of those fights. He's lost a majority of those fights. But the point is, when you're that time tested, Ikram Aliskerov, listen, man, I get it. A lot of hype coming in. You got one fight in the UFC. I hope that this is not the parlay buster right here. I will just say that. So give me Ikram Aliskerov. I have no pick on how he gets the job done, folks, but I'm just going to go with him. Money line. I'm not betting on the money line, but that's the guy I'm choosing to win. How do you see it, AJ?
I see it the exact same way as you, Derek. And folks, I'm right there with him just because that TKO and that submission prop is just a little too odd for me. It doesn't make sense in my own brain, so I'm rocking with just Aliskerov across it. And like Derek said, don't lay any money on that money line bet. If you want to do a parlay, by all means, but I'm hoping this isn't the parlay buster right here.
That's right. And then